Lumin has already released many different types of streamers, big and small, expensive and affordable. But I honestly think that this time, this streamer, this is a very significant milestone in terms of technological advancement since they first established their brand. But why is that? For this time, the decoding is done by themselves. They no longer use off-the-shelf solutions. Having the capability to do their own decoding means that its sound is almost 100% under their own control. So what exactly does Lumin's own internally produced sound? So what does it actually sound like? What kind of quality does it have? In this episode, I'll test it out for everyone on my reference system. Alright, let's unbox it first. It's not just a box within a box, it's a box within a box within a box. I see products from ISO Acoustics. This unit uses an external power supply. External power supply. This is the power cable for the external power supply. Unboxing complete. The rear panel with a roof over its head. On the right, the external power supply input is already converted to DC. Please take care when installing this cable. Remember to plug the cable in properly. Then connect the external power supply unit to the mains power outlet. Plug in the cable before turning on the device. Otherwise, there's a chance you could damage the unit. Next to it is a very high quality stereo analog output, single-ended and balanced. Next is the grounding terminal for ground boxes. And then a BNC, SPDIF digital coaxial output. And right here is a standard SFP port. You can use it to connect an SFP to optical fiber adapter. Here is the optical network. Beside it is the RJ45 port, plus a USB port A. You can connect an SSD or HDD to directly read your music files. Using an external power supply makes it even simpler. The IEC connector, power switch, fuse, grounding terminal, and direct current output. The direct current output, it is truly just as simple as that. As a veteran, truly a veteran, a respected veteran music streaming brand, Lumin's products mostly fall into DAC-equipped models or digital-only ones. These are two main categories. The X2, for example, actually has its own integrated DAC built in. And that's a key point. Why is it so important? Most goods, I think over 95% of them, if audio manufacturers want to make DACs, they usually just buy ready-made, commercially available DAC chips. Why? Because it's cheap and simple. It works easily. But there are a select few manufacturers who, in pursuit of the sound they envision, will actually develop their own DACs. And the Lumin X2 utilizes their own completely self-developed DAC architecture, which the manufacturer specifically calls the Dual Lumin Discrete DAC. Alright, I've unscrewed the screws at the bottom with a torque driver. Let's open the cover and take a look inside. The base plate is also a remarkably heavy and thick aluminum plate. Wow, not bad. The circuitry uses a dual mono design and you can see it very clearly inside the unit. The left and right channels are completely autonomous, each with its own dedicated high-speed FPGA, that is programmable chips, to control the complex discrete resistor network. It supports 32-bit processing. As for volume adjustment, the system has a built-in lead-edge processing, which is a lossless digital volume control algorithm. In other words, if you use its digital volume control, you won't hear even the absolute smallest influence on the sound dynamics whatsoever. The unit utilizes two sets of crystal oscillators offering femtosecond precision, and the signal path to the main processing chips is designed to be as brief and compact as possible. This further reduces jitter. For the analog output stage, it uses a fully balanced circuit design with a newly designed output buffer. As for the coupling output, it uses, as everyone can see, the extremely expensive Swedish Lundahl L 7401 output transformer. Let's now open up the power supply section and take a closer look. Okay, let's examine each part one by one. There are also two toroidal transformers. These hedgehog transformers separately power the digital and analog circuits, ensuring independent supplies. Review the specs. Balanced analog output, maximum continuous output gain, 6 volts, which is even higher than the standard. Spec-wise, it works perfectly as a standalone preamp. Connect it to a power amplifier or active speakers. Its power supply has dual stage, low noise, linear regulation. For the chassis is made entirely of solid aluminum, precisely cut by CNC, with heavy metal shielding to block external interference. This also makes the equipment operate more stably. The main unit also comes standard with iso-acoustics isolation feet at the bottom. Unit dimensions are shown in the diagram, and here is the weight. The unit weighs 8 kg. The external power supply weighs 4 kg, so together they're actually quite heavy, 12 kg in total. When it comes to Lumin, we definitely have to mention its Lumin app. It's extremely user-friendly, supporting Tidal, Qobuz, KKBox, Amazon Music, and Spotify, and using the Plex platform. You can update and log in by yourself. On the front panel display, you can choose to show either the playback time or the volume. You can only choose between them. You can activate the volume control. If you enable volume control, you can also consider turning on lead processing volume. Next, the output level for analog audio. There are both normal and low gain options. Since I have a preamp connected right now, I chose low. Current audio output, you can choose from 3 options: analog, SPD, IF, and USB. AirPlay and Roon Ready can all be toggled. The source can be set to invert polarity. Next is the selection of the music library. I'm currently using Minim Server. Then comes the control via the app. This has been mentioned before. It's essentially almost the same. As an illustration, the user interface actually features an iPhone mode, and there's also an iPad mode. Also, when playing a song, if you tap on the album cover in the top left corner, you will find it is called Sofa mode. You still have the same controls. You still get a very clear display of the song title and album cover, especially when you take into account that the Lumin player itself lacks a built-in color image display on its panel. You're more than welcome to use this tablet here as the color touchscreen display for the device if you want. It's Roon enabled, so let's check that out. Roon Ready. It's been activated. This device is already a full decoder for MQA and can directly control the hardware volume. On the Roon platform, it supports up to PCM32-bit 768 kHz. It can handle DSD up to DSD 512, which is relatively high. It also supports JPlay UPnP. Renderer is located right here. See it? The app works too. Roon works as well. UPnP works too. All are supported, which is very convenient and fun. Temperature? Let's check the operating temperature. You can clearly see the heat dissipation is very even. And of course, with an external power supply, it will be a bit warmer than usual. If the room temperature is in the 20s, it still won't be a very hot device. You can use it with peace of mind. The digital streaming source is simulated and output to the Griffon Pandora preamplifier. If you want to hear its very best sound, then just connect it directly to this active speaker, the ATC SCM 110 ASL Pro. The integrated Roon core is actually the Grim MU1. Alright, let's talk about the sound. Since it uses its own custom in-house developed DAC, is the sound of this X2 consistent with earlier generations of Lumin products? Or is it completely different? I can honestly inform you that it is both similar and different. Let me start with what's different. The sound of this unit has more of an analog feel. The way it presents sound gives a bit of the impression of a high-end R2R DAC. The sound has texture and the musicality is rich, but it also retains the advantages of Delta Sigma. The background is completely quiet, and the sense of scale in the stereo imaging is very strong. The graininess is very strong. Each image in the soundstage is very clear and sharp, so realistic it feels like you could reach out and touch it. The soundstage is both wide and deep. When listening to classical music, it actually works perfectly and there are absolutely no issues with it at all. It handles it easily. In the past, Lumin sound has always been outstanding in terms of audio effects. This aspect is fully preserved here. But this time, with their own decoding, there has been very significant progress in musical quality. In terms of tonal balance, it's actually quite neutral. However, some people might feel at first listen that it leans warm, but if you listen more carefully, it's actually neutral. I've praised it enough. What are the downsides? In every review, I highlight flaws since no product is perfect. I hope everyone understands. As it's a streaming device, it does not have many available digital input ports. It also lacks analog inputs, so to hear other sources, like playing vinyl records or connecting it to a TV, then you'll need to choose a product from the manufacturer's P series. Lumin's devices feature a 1U height design which limits the screen size, so achieving a full color display is difficult. Also, on the back of the unit, they added a cover to conceal the cables. So sometimes plugging and unplugging cables can be a bit challenging. In my hands-on test this time, I also directly connected this X2 to active speakers, and overall there were no major issues, because its output gain is sufficient. But to be perfectly honest, if you want to unleash the ultimate potential of this machine, utilizing a good preamp will certainly help. As one of the first brands across the entire globe to launch streaming devices built only for audio systems, and also a Hong Kong brand, Lumin's products have become more and more mature. This time they're taking things to the next level by developing their own decoding technology. Unexpectedly, as soon as it was released, the sound was actually already exceptionally refined. Honestly, the hardest part about making a DAC is, the most difficult part, it is the DAC architecture itself. Even if you manage to build it, it doesn't mean your sound will be good. But this time, with the X2, Lumin really pulled it off, and the sound they've tuned is genuinely good. What's good about it is that it retains its strengths while overcoming its previous shortcomings. So it has become a device with truly exceptional sound quality performance, while also enhancing its musical expressiveness. If you're interested, give it a listen. As you listen, you'll come to understand. Subtitle proofreading, Ken.